Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Coming up tonight, spring sports kick into action, and it's state finals week in boys basketball. In the Coach's Corner, meet the man whose Bethesda Christian team is in the state finals for the first time in program history. Plus, our athlete of the week has Brownstown Central seeking its first boys basketball state championship.
It would mean a lot. I mean, it's something that every kid dreams of, and to be able to do it with my dad, it would mean a lot.
We're swinging for the fences. The Zone Extra starts now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you, and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great week of high school action as spring sports heat up, and we are getting ready for the boys basketball state finals. In our Coach's Corner, his Patriots are playing for a first ever boys basketball state championship. Bethesda Christian head coach John Gruboms is here in studio for a great conversation. Plus, our athlete of the week is a senior looking to lead his team to a first state title. We'll introduce you to Brownstown Central's Jack Benter. Plus, we go on campus tonight at UConn to catch up with the Huskies freshman and Noblesville native Ashlyn Shade as she plays in her first NCAA tournament. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Monday, 4A state runner-up Center Grove opened the new baseball season on the IU campus, taking on Centerville of Ohio. And top of third, Easton Smith sends one to the gap in left center. That scores 2 runs for the Trojans. They led 4-0 at that point. Next inning, check out A.J. Beggs coming up here deep to left field. And it's gone. That's a 2-run homer. And Center Grove gets the win. 8-3 is the final. Softball action from last week. It was Mooresville's home opener as they face Terre Haute South. Bottom of the first, Sophia Guy shows a bunt here, pulls it back and crushes it. That pitch to deep center. A 2-run homer. Pioneers with an early lead there. Third inning we go, and it's Sophia Culp here who singles back the middle there. That plates another run. Mooresville goes on to get the 10-1 victory. They get the win there. Okay, so here's a look at this week's Class 4A coaches poll in softball. We got Penn number 1, Center Grove there 2. You see Floyd Central 3rd, and you got Roncalli 4th, and then Mooresville round out the top 5 there in 4A softball coaches poll. Last Thursday in boys volleyball, it was Hamilton County clash between Carmel and HSC. First set is Evan LeCoeur with the kill off the Hounds blocker. Royals take the first set 25-21. HSC up a point in the third set. Here's Sean Smart serving match point. Carmel's return is long and the Royals win. In straight sets, they get the win. Last Saturday at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, it was the Hoosier State Relays with indoor track championships on the line. In the large school class, congratulations here to Bloomington North as the Cougars claimed the state title for the first time. Meanwhile, Carmel repeats as state champion in the girls' large school class. It's the 6th time the Greyhounds have won the event. And in the small school class, it was a Trojan sweep as Bishop Chatard wins both the boys and the girls championship. Congratulations to all those teams getting the job done. All right, to the hardwood now, where the boys basketball season comes to a close on Saturday at Gamebridge Fieldhouse with 4 state championship games. And boy, we got some good ones. Here's a look at the night session Saturday. First up is Class 3A at 6 p.m. You got Scottsburg taking on South Bend St. Joseph. Then after that is the Class 4A matchup. Number 1 Fishers facing defending state champion Ben Davis, the Giants. Now, these two teams, well, they actually played each other the very first game of the season before Thanksgiving, and both coaches expect a tough game.
Oh, they're well coached. Gary does a great job with his ball club, and a great group of guys. I mean, they play extremely hard, but we'll do the same. We played in the very first game of the year. No Mark Zachary, with 8 new JV guys that played JV last year, and so we knew it was going to be a process for us.
You know, they do such a good job over there. They're so well coached. They play so hard. Defensively, they're so obviously long and athletic, and they pressure you. And they've gotten better as the years went on. They had coming off graduating some really good seniors. They had new guys in different positions, and those guys have gotten better.
All right, good luck to those teams. Okay, meanwhile, in the early session, the first game Saturday morning features Bethesda Christian taking on Canterbury out of Fort Wayne at 10:30 in the 1A title game. More on this contest coming up in our Coach's Corner. This is a Class 2A. It's a 1 versus a 2 as top-ranked Brownstown Central takes on Wapahani. Both head coaches say they can't wait for a great battle on Saturday.
They're tough. You know, you watch them on film, that they've got, you know, a toughness and a confidence about them. And, you know, they're very, you know, as a fan, they're a fun basketball team to watch because they play the right way. They're disciplined and they're, like you said, a lot like our team. You know, as an opposing coach, they're not a real fun team to watch.
It'll be an incredible environment. Both teams bring huge crowds. Isaac and Jack Benner have played summer basketball for the last 3 or 4 years together. These are guys we know each other. It'll be just an awesome day.
Yeah, he's right about that. You know, what a couple of weeks it has been for Wapahani. The Selma community came out in force at 1 in the morning when the team arrived back to town after advancing to state. This came 48 hours, folks, after a tornado ripped through Selma, bringing widespread damage to the entire area. The team says it hasn't been easy, of course, but there is great sense of pride in the community.
Tough week, but at the same time is Selma, Indiana, is small town USA, and we're like we just don't think it's going to happen to you. And it was a half mile from my house. One of our coaches' girlfriends was affected where her house was tore up. But to see our town come together, just kind of like our basketball team, and face the adversity and pull together.
With the tornado, just our team is something that they can cheer for in a rough time. I mean, a lot of people in our town were affected by it, and we're just trying to help them through it. But if we can be some hope for them, be some positivity, I mean, that's amazing.
Of course, we're still thinking about their community. Good luck to them coming up this weekend for the basketball team. All right, 70 years later, the legend of the Milan Miracle still lives on. Last weekend, hundreds gathered in the southeastern Indiana town to talk about that 1954 state championship that eventually became the inspiration for the movie Hoosiers. Our Adam Pinsker, he has more tonight.
I've got 4 generations here, and I'd like for my family to stand up, please.
Even though it's been 7 years, Bobby Plump's memory of Milan's 32-30 state championship win over heavily favored Muncie Central is as clear as day. Plump finished with 6 points, none more important than the last 2.
That last game, everybody remembers it. I hit the final shot. It's the worst game I've played in 2 years of tournament play.
Before even making the championship, Milan had to take down perennial power Crispus Attucks, led by future Hall of Famer Oscar Robertson. Milan's stunning run inspired the movie Hoosiers, starring Gene Hackman, to be made 30 years later. It also ignited Indiana's passion for basketball at the high school and collegiate levels.
Not just about overcoming the odds or being the underdog up against Goliath, but doing it the right way. And practice leads to better things.
Governor Eric Holcomb was among those who recognized the 5 remaining players from Milan's 1954 team. Sports broadcasters Jim Nance and Bob Costas also deliver messages of support. Holcomb says this isn't just an historic sports moment. Milan's story offers important life lessons.
It's a special story, but it's got a deep meaning to it, and you can drive a lot of inspiration and examples to follow, whether it's in your family life or your business life.
All right, we're going to take a break, folks. We have much more coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra. Glad you're hanging out with us. Up next, it's the Coach's Corner. Yeah, his Patriots are just days away from their first ever state finals appearance. Bethesda Christian boys basketball coach John Gruboms is here in studio. Can't wait to talk to Coach. And still ahead, he's a senior whose team is looking for a first boys basketball championship. Introduced to our athlete of the week from Brownstown Central. That's on the way.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
Hi, everybody. We're back here on the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. This Saturday, his team goes for the first state championship in school history. And any sport. Welcome to the Zone Extra. Bethesda Christian boys basketball coach John Gruboms joins us here. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here tonight on the Zone Extra. And I can just see it on your face and talking to you during that commercial break how excited you are to have your program, your basketball team, just one win away from winning a state championship. What is the mood? What's the vibe like right now as you get ready for Saturday?
Yeah, the vibe's incredible. Just being at Gainbridge today was awesome. These guys just getting to play on that court and just seeing their eyes light up as soon as they walked in that gym, seeing, where the Pacers play, where just so many greats, obviously, throughout the years have been there playing. I mean, it was awesome. Great just energy in there on the floor, and the guys are all just super focused and super locked in and just super excited about Saturday.
Well, last week, talk about getting the job done. You beat the #1 team in the state in Bar Reeve, and got it done. Total team effort. Take me through that, and just what did you love most about what you saw from your guys on the floor last week?
Yeah, so that game against Bar Reeve, our guys, again, I mean, they've just been so confident. As soon as we got through the regional, they just have had this confidence about them. Playing super hard. We knew they're going to be really well coached. Coach Thompson does an amazing job with Bar Reeve. We know that their goal is to kind of be real methodical and go through their stuff, run their action, run their dribble drive, and then just set some ball screens. Their big's really solid at slipping and getting to the rim. Donnie Miller, just a great shooter, can attack and do a lot of different things. So we knew we had to try to pick them up a little bit, try to speed them up, and do that with different defenses, give different looks, because we know offensively we have so many things in to where if they take one thing away, we've got guys with so much talent that we're going to find a way to exploit and attack their defense. But the biggest thing for us was get them out of rhythm, get them out of sync, and I think we did a good job of that early on as we attacked them.
All right, so your team's on an 18-game, did you hear me, folks? 18-game winning streak. I mean, it's one thing to try to get 5 games together, but 18. Why are you successful? Night in and night out. How'd you come to this 18-game winning streak? This is amazing what we're seeing here.
Yeah, I think the first thing that it really comes down to is just the leadership that we have on this team.
Okay.
We have guys who've really taken ownership of everything that this program is about. We have 5 pillars of our basketball program, which are teamwork, hard work, accountability, toughness, and servanthood. And our guys really just embody those. They're the gatekeepers of our program, and just exemplify these things on a night in, night out basis. And once we got everybody back healthy from injury and faced some adversity early on with a tough schedule, these guys really realized they can do anything once we got everybody together and just everything that
it's working.
Through. Yeah,
it's working, but you need one more. We want to make it 19 straight, of course, to win a state championship. Coming up next for your basketball team, you guys face Fort Wayne Canterbury. Tell us what you know about this team. It doesn't matter, I guess, who you play against. When you both have made it to the state finals, you know it's going to be a battle, right?
Yeah, I mean, we know to expect from them. They've got a great dribble drive team that can really get to the rim. We've got to limit that. They've got their big man can really finish around the rim. He's really athletic, so we've got to be able to take him away, as well as at the same time just limit their drives, and if they're shooting the ball well, really be able to run those shooters off the line and not allow them to get in the paint and just not allow them to get in their stuff. 4th year for you at your school. We can talk about the players and just how excited they are to have a chance to play for a state championship. But what about you? I mean, you were telling me in this commercial break that you love the kids you coach, but to be a coach there and have the opportunity to win a championship for these students and the entire school, how nice is that? I mean, it just means everything to our community. We've had such great support from all of our fans. These guys have put in work tirelessly since October, or even going back all the way into summer, just working together. I mean, it just means everything for these guys.
Well, I love it, Coach. And all the best to you guys coming up on Saturday. And what's so amazing, not just winning just the boys' high school basketball title for your school, but first state title for any sport. Is that correct?
Yeah, first one ever. We actually won the first semi-state that ever been seen at the school.
Yeah.
So we have a chance to open up those floodgates, hopefully for some of these other programs too, to just be successful and realize they can do it.
Well, we'll be rooting for you, man, every step of the way, and I hope you guys get it done. Get it done on Saturday, okay? All right, we're going to take a timeout. So ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. Hey, it's our athlete of the week, everybody. He's the senior looking to lead Brownstown Central to a first basketball state championship. Coming up, meet Braves guard Jack Benter. Plus, we go on campus tonight at UConn to catch up with Noblesville native Ashlyn Shade. That's coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here tonight with you. We know this weekend, Class 2A, top-ranked Brownstown Central looks for its first ever boys basketball state championship. The Braves are led by senior Jack Benter, who is a Mr. Basketball candidate and a future Purdue Boilermaker. Now, Benter scored a game-high 38 points, including 14 in the first quarter to lead Brownstown Central to a win over Park Heritage in the semi-state championship. Benter is averaging over 25 points per game, but semi-state day took a toll physically on Jack as he had been sick earlier in the week. In fact, Benter said he still didn't feel good in the semi-final win over Park Tudor, but was able to get an IV between games and felt much better that night to help his team reach state.
I didn't start feeling good Wednesday night, and then it just led and then ended like all the way up to Saturday morning. So, I mean, being able to go out there and play, it was tough that first game.
He was really frustrated. You know, just think about the emotions of an 18-year-old. You know, you waited all your life, you know, to get to this moment. From, you know, a mental and a physical standpoint, that's tough on anybody, let alone, you know, a high school kid. And you know, he you know, persevered, and we had some other guys step up and play well and help us get to that championship game.
It means a lot. I mean, it's very exciting to be able to play in this gym and make it all the way to state. So, I mean, I'm really excited, and as well as my team is. It's something that every kid dreams of, and to be able to do it with my dad, it would mean a lot.
From little on, this has been a goal of his. I mean, this is hard to believe. I mean, he's going to the gym with me at 3 years old, shooting free throws at a decent clip. For me to grow up through Brownstown, him to grow through Brownstown, it was, you know, it's just something that you can't put into words how much that would mean to us.
I feel like there would be a lot of excitement and nerves. So, I mean, we just got to go out there and play like we have all year.
Wow, what a story right there. Okay, time for a break. More coming your way tonight on the Zone Extra, including the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time to go on campus tonight where we catch up with a former Central Indiana High School athlete as they compete on the collegiate level. This past week, Noblesville native and UConn freshman Ashlyn Shade helped lead the Huskies into the Sweet 16 of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. Shade scored 26 points and 19 points in her first two postseason games. She says that's coming from Indiana. It's a thrill to play in the NCAA tournament, and she's loving her first taste of March Madness experience.
It's huge in Indiana since we're such like a basketball state, especially like how like my family embraces it so much. Like I've grown up watching March Madness since like I was little. It's like a big deal in my family. Like we are super competitive with it, like making brackets and everything. Like this year's a little different because like I'm actually here now. But no, it's just like, it's so surreal to actually finally be a part of it just because you watch it on TV for so long and you watch games like all day long. But to actually be playing in a March Madness game is super cool.
That's great stuff right there. Right now it's time to ask the commissioner, where we take one of your questions to the commissioner, Paul Neidig. And here's the question, folks. This week, as we approach Easter, what is your favorite type of Easter candy?
Well, I always remember my grandfather getting us a Libs chocolate Easter bunny, and it was one that's a locally owned company in Evansville, Indiana. And getting that Easter bunny that was solid milk chocolate, first of all, was really, really good. But it just reminds me to this day of my family and traditions, and it's all about tradition. So it's got to be that chocolate Easter bunny.
Gotta love it. Always great to hear from the commissioner. Everybody, thank you so much for watching The Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. We'll see you back here next week, same time, same place. Have a good one, everybody.